Happy Friday, everybody! Yay! It is Friday, February. What do you mean February? September 19th, 2025. And I'm Nancy Thompson, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Skaneateles, New York. And I want to welcome you to some Creative Ink. It's time to, hopefully I'm live. It's time to get inspired today with an awesome, quick, and simple project that you can use for your holiday gift giving, okay? We're going to do a 3D project that is so simple that you're going to love it, okay? So if you're new to my channel, please say hello so I can welcome you. And make sure you subscribe to my newsletter as well, because that's where all the magic happens. That's where you're going to get PDF tutorials for the projects that I share here with you with each live. Not every live has a tutorial, but the majority do. So what did we do last week? Or yesterday, Wednesday. So I go live Wednesdays and Fridays, roughly 3 p.m. Yeah, so I hope you can join me on either day. So, hi Shirley, welcome. All right, so let's get started, okay? Because it's a beautiful day here in central New York, and it's time for me to get out and enjoy it. All right, I have Happy Mail going out. I'm almost done addressing for those who responded to my post. Did I do it on my business page? I'm not sure. Either my business or my personal page about the zucchini. I had grown a huge Zucchini in my garden, and I was asking everyone, how many loaves of zucchini bread do you think I can get out of this? But I also shared a whole bunch of other zucchinis, and I think they thought I was talking about all of them too. So lots of great answers. So I ended up getting 2 batches out of that one big zucchini and made 2 large loaves and 3 mini loaves. So a lot of people enjoyed that zucchini. So today we are... on Wednesday, I shared these cards, and this will be a sketch card, and it will be in an upcoming newsletter. So make sure you subscribe to my newsletter if you'd like this tutorial, and it's using the Traditions of Christmas designer paper, and I absolutely love this paper. There's a die that will die cut these out, and I'll show you the bundle in just a minute. But let's check out this fabulous designer paper. I love it. It's so pretty. It's not screaming overly Christmas, but it's just beautiful. Hi, Pat and Colleen and Shirley. Welcome. Okay, so it's got, so as I said, there's a die cut image. Actually, it's this one right here. And here's the bundle for this beautiful suite. So there's a beautiful pine die. These are bonus dies. There's a bonus ribbon. We've got some holly and a die that cuts out 3 berries, and then this will cut out this sprig, and this one will cut out this sprig, and let's see, what else is there? And then these stamped images here, there's dies for them as well, okay, and this little guy down here. So lots of great use for this die set. It's called Christmas Greenery, and this is really pretty to color as well. If you want to get your feet wet with using some of those blends, this works really great. But look at this gorgeous paper. So the die will cut out these images, and I even use it to cut out these side pieces as well. And it also cuts out this other sprig here. It's just absolutely gorgeous paper. It's a specialty paper, so because it's got all that gold in it, okay? See, this is one side is gold and the other side isn't, okay? We got poinsettias. There's no die for this, and I wish there was, because this would have been beautiful to have these die cuts. You wouldn't have to do that. Yes, those cards that I just shared, Colleen, will be a class, okay? So you better get some class dates in. There's only like 4 more dates left, I believe, okay? And then I love this one. I just love all that red there. This one's absolutely gorgeous. And then the back side is some very generic type patterns that go beautifully really with anything. It's just like rich, regal colors this plaid. Doesn't this remind you of like a golf shirt or something? I don't know, that the guys would wear. So absolutely fabulous designer paper. So grab that before it's gone too. Okay, so today I said we were going to do a simple and easy card. So we're not using the stamp set, but I did use this die cut for today's project. It's not a card. We're doing a 3D item, okay? I haven't listed the Christmas classes yet, Colleen. Yeah, so they're coming. I just haven't had time to do some pricing. And then I'm using this branching out bundle. This is, I think it's in the mini catalog, I think is where it is. I can't be 100% sure. Did I write it? I didn't even write it on here because I just only recently got this one. And normally if it's an online exclusive, I've been writing if it's online. And I don't think I've updated that. But I love these frames here. And of course, I love anything woodsy. I love the pine branches. So that's going to be fun to work with. Okay, so let's get making today's project. All right, because I've got some other samples to share with you. So we are going to just use these mini composition notebooks, and you can get them at the Dollar Tree. Okay, I think they last time I've had a stash, so you can easily find these like in a set of 3. These are going to make a cute, adorable little gift for somebody. Okay. All right, so we are going to just take 2 pieces. All right, where did I do with my measurements? Oh, there it is. Okay, so 2 pieces of designer paper, and it's 3 inches wide by 4 5/8. And I am making it bigger than what I need. And then see, it's going to be larger than the notebook. I find it's easier to do that than try to measure all the way across and up and down and get that exact measurement. And then all you have to do is round the corners. These are not hard to trim up. I find that it's just easier to make it larger so you don't have to try to be exact and get that paper on there. Give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, and you're going to see how easy this is. And I just take our liquid glue, and I'm getting fairly close to this black spine here. So I'm just going right up to there. All right. Fairly close to the edge, about 1/8 of an inch from the edge, because liquid glue will spread. Okay, so let's get up here. There we go. And then I'm going to just do a light covering over the whole front of this. Okay, you see that? You see the liquid glue on there? That's all I do. And then I'm going to take this edge, and I kind of like hold my paper at an angle, and I want to get up close to that that spine there. I don't know, what do they call this stuff here? And then just glue this down. I feel like I can feel some glue here, but that will rub off with our adhesive remover. Okay, so I'm going to have that ready. So you simply do that to the front and the back. This is how quick this is. So let's do this. Here we go. So you can whip off some of these gifts really easy. Maybe you're going to a party, or your friends are getting together for lunch, and you'd love to have like a little hostess gift to give to them. This is like a perfect thing to make, and it doesn't take a lot of supplies. Okay, so I got that up there, and I gotta grab some ribbon. Hang on. So while we're talking, because this is going to be the front of my card, I couldn't decide. I think we're going to go with red because the black is too much. Let me know if you like the red ribbon or this. I shouldn't say black. This is Secret Sea ribbon. It's going to just go right along the edge of our spine here. All right, you see it here? So it doesn't really, it kind of blends in a little bit. Let me know the Secret Sea or the red ribbon. And that red ribbon, I'm going to show that to you in a second. So, because it's a shimmery ribbon. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Okay, so all I do is open this up, and I take my scissors and I run it right along, just as like we're trimming an envelope. It's that simple, and it comes out beautifully. So just trim right around each cover. And then you just decorate the front. All right, so you could think of, you know, maybe you got like a little birthday luncheon you're going to, or you want to make something special for those children Halloween treats, you know, for maybe those special kids that come and visit you, whatever. I mean, the endless possibilities here. It could just be a little notebook that looks pretty that you love to keep in your purse for jotting down notes about something, maybe doctor visits, or, you know, just anything. It could be a book of quotes. It could be whatever. What, you know, maybe you've got some prayers you wanna, could become a prayer book. Just anything you can imagine that you need a special little thing to brighten up your day. When you pull it out, it's gonna be special. All right, I'm looking, feeling my spine here. I feel like there's a little bit of glue there. That feels better. Okay, maybe just a little bit up there. Okay, now here's the big tip, okay? So which is the front and which is the back? So before you want to look at it, because normally the wider part is at the top. So don't do upside down and have it at the bottom. So open up your book before you decorate the front, okay? All right, so who has voted? Okay, Colleen has chosen red. So we're going to go with red. But look at this. What is this called? It's real red, and it's called a shiny ribbon is what they call it. But I don't know if you can see the sparkle. One side is more sparkly than the other. Can you guys see the sparkle? I don't think the camera's gonna pick it up on there. But it's just, it's got just a subtle shimmery to it. The other side is a little bit opaque, okay? All right, we got two reds. All righty, so let's just, we're gonna open that up. And I think I want my knot in the center, so I'm gonna reflect that. Make sure your ribbon isn't twisted, okay? And we're gonna just tie a knot. All right, so I've got my shiny ribbon up. You guys see the difference now? Like here, it looks a little bit more opaque. Let me see if I can get this there so you can see it in the camera. It looks, I don't know if you can see it, but it does look opaque. So what I'm going to do, I want the opaque, is that the way I want it? I want the shiny side up, okay? So I'm going to make sure both shiny sides are up. I got to look. I think that's what I want. So when I tie my knot, the shiny side is going to be up, facing up. And I just twist it if it's not. I want that facing out. Here we go. And I got both shiny sides facing out. And then, I got glue stuff all over my scissors. I don't know if there's glue on here. There's some glue on my scissors. So let's just clean this off before I cut this ribbon. This is another great use for your adhesive remover too. Get all that glue off. Clean your scissors every once in a while, okay? You can feel the difference. All right, let's just trim this and twist that a little bit more. There we go. Well, that tail's a little bit longer. Hang on. There we go. All right, so we have a ribbon there. Okay. Still feel like they're not the same length. Yeah, I'm a fussy budget. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, so I'm gonna, because I figure this is gonna be in maybe a purse or something, so I'm going to leave everything flat, because and I'm gonna make sure that I get quite a bit of glue on it so it all sticks down. Okay, so we're gonna put this label. I die cutted a label out of the branching out dies. Okay. You can get them at the Dollar Tree, Colleen. They come like 3 to a package, so very economical. And we got this die cut as well. So I'm going to be generous. So I get some light glue. I don't want it to be globby. I just want a thin coat kind of near all the little edges, okay? Just like a thin coat, like as if you were painting something very lightly. I don't want like big globs, because you don't need to squeeze your glue bottle that much, because I want to make sure it all lays down. Okay, so I got quite a bit of glue on there and on my fingers. And we're going to just put this down on here. And that is all there is to it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. So who thinks they can make one of these? Okay. I've done these before in the past. So it's not too new, but I haven't done them in a while. So these are great to make for a gift for somebody. You could add some gems on it or something. If you wanted to add, if you could find some little, mini notebook, you can make several. They would make and wrap them up or something. But let's look at the other designs from this paper, okay, from the Traditions of Christmas paper. Look at all these fabulous colors. There we go. Do I have them all in there? Let's see. Maybe I go across like this. I don't know. How's that? There we go. What do you think? Which one's your favorite? Let's move over here a little bit. All right. Wasn't that so easy? So just remember, make your paper a little bit bigger than the cover and then trim and decorate. It could be whatever you want. You could even make it, because I've even done before, where it's just the designer paper too. It just really makes that book look extra special for somebody, right? All right. So if you want to shop supplies for this paper, make sure to go to createwithnancy.com and click that order button and shop for it. Eventually I'll have a shopping list underneath this video. Okay. And that's it. And if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, make sure to, whoops, hang on there. Sorry about that, guys. Subscribe to my newsletter so you can get all the details, and maybe I'll make a tutorial about this one too. All right, so there you have it. So come back. Let's see, when do you want to come back? How about next Wednesday for some more creative ideas? So do you want more Christmas? Are you ready for fall? Because there's still a fall set I haven't used yet. And this one, I haven't shared this one. Would you like to see some ideas about this one? And let me know which one was your favorite. Let's see, let's get it like that. All right, which one of these was your favorite little mini books? Okay. All right, I think I got all the answers questions. So have a fabulous weekend, everybody. We have a course show on Saturday, and other than that, I'm in the office working on retreat stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing those that are going to be there, and it's going to be a fabulous time. I can't wait. You guys are going to have so much fun, and it's going to be amazing. So thanks so much. Have a great weekend, everybody.